I'm fucking feel bad. I tell you right now, I'm fucking putting it in your goddamn nuts.
Hey, you think Connecticut was the chickens coming home to roost?
No, I think the chickens just always come home to roost, man. So you better watch out for them fucking neck-bacon chickens.
I don't know where we're at right now.
You don't know about neck-bacon chickens?
I feel like we're in some weird no man's land at this point.
It happens, man. It happens. I gotta sleep before too long, man. I can't just sit over here and be cool forever.
Why not?
You know?
There's a limit to your coolness?
There's not a limit to my coolness. There's a limit to my being awake for the other shit. Me dreaming is cool as fuck too, because I'll be dreaming some fly shit. And some crazy shit, you know what I mean? Because I am a little bit off in the head, but that's not even where it's at.
You think revolution should be perpetual? Trotsky says it should be perpetual.
Trotsky? I like Trotsky a hell of a lot better than Stalin and Lenin. But,
he was a murderer too, though. Trotsky was in the armies killing everybody and, you know, in the Civil War right after they took power.
You don't want to talk to me about communist history right now. I've been listening
I will fucking clean the floor with you with communist history.
Hey, really? That makes the Kronstadt sound like a gift from God.
Yeah, well, I even criticize Karl Marx. He says that the revolution comes from the capitalistic countries and the working class countries, but that's never happened. Communism only came from Cuba, Bolivia, Russia, China, where they're poor peasants. That's what you need, is poor peasants. You don't need. You get a little bit of wealth. These middle class, working class people, they don't give a shit.
Why aren't you mentioning Vietnam and Cambodia and Indonesia and the other fucking nations that fucking fought vigorously the entire fucking Cold War, fucking Grenada, all this shit was all that, man. When there were people fucking starving in the gulags, you know what I'm saying? Like they were sharing the same amount of fucking grains with the fucking free people. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a communist fucking anti-communist fucking rally against the truth. You understand what I'm saying? Like all you listen to is American history. You know what I mean? Like they were trying to do shit. They tried to buy fucking grains with gold. They were like, listen, man, fuck all the dumb shit. Our people are starving. You know what I'm saying? We got gold. Please sell us some grain because people are fucking starving. And the United States and England and that whole fucking triad fucking conglomeracy that existed said fucking no, because you're not fucking like us. You're not a capitalist. So you're not good enough. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna fucking take all that shit and say, you know what I'm saying? I'd rather be a communist. They talk about Stalin and Mao and all this, you know what I'm saying? But it's really, I mean, what kind of fucking conflagrations were going across them that all their leaders had to be warriors because they were constantly at threat of military, spy, fucking anti-fucking actions just because they weren't fucking capitalists. People hang on to capitalism like motherfucking pumps because that's all they fucking know. You know what I mean? We end that shit, man. We can end all these fucking wars. You know what I mean? Because we ain't gonna be killing each other for nothing, and the greedy motherfucker's gonna get fucked up to begin with anyway. So that's what I got to say.
No, that was a nice little rant there. Well, it is pretty amazing, like how communism and revolution, since like it's basically just capitalism versus communism, what America's been doing for like 50 or 60 years, but we've been like Vietnam. You mentioned Vietnam. We killed like 4 million Vietnamese. That was death in the millions. So when you think about communism, that was a revolution. That was their, you know, America. Like they all say how great the revolution was, even though they was killing, all of them was killing Indians. So really, Tecumseh's the only fucking revolutionary during the American Revolution.
Can we go to Vietnam for a second?
Where are you going?
I want to go back to Vietnam for a second because in 1968, when the election was going on,
yeah,
Henry Kissinger was working for Nelson Rockefeller, who was running for the Republican nomination against Richard Nixon. Alright, this is a little obscure, so
this is awesome, actually.
But this is where Henry Kissinger started as one of the advisors to Nelson Rockefeller's campaign. Nelson Rockefeller, as you know, from the election of 1968, you know what I'm saying, fell out. So Henry Kissinger was out of his job. He got hired by the motherfucking McGovern campaign. Who's going against Nixon? McGovern is one of the greatest liberals in the history of this country.
Yeah, and Hunter S. Thompson rode with McGovern. He was a bright, shining hope.
But I'm sorry, no, it wasn't McGovern, and it might not have been 68. It might have been 64. You're gonna have to look this up. I'm sorry.
I can look it up right now. Keep talking.
All right, so what happened was that it was Hubert Humphrey was the vice president that he was running against, I believe. You're gonna have to check.
Well, what are you talking about? Who? What's the event? I'm even looking
I'm getting there.
Okay.
So look, while Henry Kissinger was supposed to be working with the Democratic member of, so take it, he made a call to Richard Nixon and said, hey, we're doing this treaty in Paris with no Diem of, or the guy before him from South Korea, and Min, not Ho Chi Minh, Jesus, there was somebody else that they dealt with, but working for Ho Chi Minh. And anyway, they were about to do this treaty and fucking end the Vietnam War right there and give Humphrey like a big fucking boost and, you know, sign him through to win the presidency and end the war and everything's gonna be good. And Henry Kissinger made a call to Nixon saying this shit was about to go down. So Nixon called the fucking No Diem, or his predecessor, the South Korean president, was like, look, this isn't gonna work out for you, don't do it. And they didn't do it. So the Vietnam War could have ended in 68, but it went on until 1974, 1975. I can't remember which one. You know what I mean? And all those deaths are attributable to Henry Kissinger being a fucking crazy psycho, man. And he's for war crimes there in Cambodia, in fucking Indonesia, and in fucking Chile, man. Fucking deep shit. Look it up.
I believe you. It's fucking bullshit. Henry Kissinger is a fucking psychopath. But Vietnam kind of shows me where's the anti-war movement right now. We an empire and we kill as we like in any country that we are in. Iraq's a Vietnam. Afghanistan's a Vietnam. We keep on getting stuck in quagmire after quagmire, and it's going to bankrupt our nation. And still, we keep on killing whoever we like because we police the world. You know, we won't let the UN do it. We got to be an empire. So Vietnam, how long did Vietnam War last? I mean, the Afghanistan war has been going on for 11 years. That's the longest war in American history, I thought.
It is.
13 years. I guess it's 2013 now, so fucking 12 fucking years. We've been in war with Afghanistan, and Afghanistan is the killer of empires. The fucking Greeks, Ottomans, I don't know who the earlier ones were, but the Russian Empire and now the American Empire. There's several empires that Afghanistan has fucking crushed. And we're just following history. I mean, those who don't study history do repeat it.
It all falls down, man. Hopefully it all falls down. Because that's when you and me can do some serious goodness for the world, man. When it all falls down, you and I
That's true. That's true. In crisis mode, that's when we'll shine. It's crisis mode.
Lovely egalitarian way, and I'm going to have to check you because I know in advance that you're going to want too much shit.
Yeah, I want land reform, and I want everybody to have a laptop and a car.
I'm happy with those kind of things. I don't want you having a whole bunch of shit for yourself because I'll kick your ass.
And I want to get rid of prison industrial complex and start doing it like Sweden, where it looks like universities. They're like open space and they're treated like humans or whatever for the hope that they actually become better people instead of like treating petty fucking criminals that were fucking. I was looking up. Lyndon Johnson ran against Barry Goldwater in '64, and Nixon ran against McGovern in '68. No, 72. No, I lied. Fuck, I lied. He ran against McGovern in 72. I'm not sure who the 68 election was.
It's Hubert Humphrey, man.
Yeah, it was. Vice President Hubert Humphrey, yeah. Yeah, Hubert Humphrey. What? Who the fuck is this douchebag? He's like a Mitt Romney. Everybody forgets about who the fuck this guy is. Nobody knows who fucking Mitt Romney is.
The vice president under Lyndon Baines Johnson.
Yeah, I remember was it McGovern or said something in the 68 convention how the Gestapo, you got the Gestapo out there at the Chicago convention with all the police riots that was happening, and then Hubert Humphrey got up there and he was kind of like conciliatory. We don't want We don't want to make trouble. I don't know.
Yeah, the government is there too, but I don't have as much proof on that because I don't have my book anymore.
Well, I'm a social anarchist, so I feel like I'm pretty extreme communist. I say, give us all liberty, or give us all an Uzi.
I like that. Man.
So a social anarchist, give us socialism or else. You know, either have socialism. If the government isn't feeding our people, if the government isn't giving us the bridges and the schools that we need, fuck the government. Social anarchy. And I made it up. I don't know if that's ever been a term that's been used, but I don't know. It's kind of like, I can't stand the Tea Party, but they stand up against the war more than any Democrats are doing. So there's like 5 major issues that the Tea Party has taken on that none of the Democrats are talking about. In fact, if Mitt Romney was to have got elected, that would have started the anti-war movement right back up, you know, but now Obama's in there, so now it's like, well, hopefully he'll, you know, take his Peace Prize, Nobel Peace Prize, and actually think, well, maybe I should actually stop killing. Maybe I shouldn't be an empire. Are we stuck as an empire? Does Obama solidify the idea that Americans an empire?
Say that again?
Obama, he solidified the American empire.
I mean, he continued the negative foreign policy of George Bush and the Republicans before him and Bill Clinton as an intermediary.
Right. So,
I mean,
so the president of change.
Imperialism. It's all been imperialism. You know what I mean? Since the Cold War, we've been doing that. We've been doing that in Iraq because, you know, Islam has a pretty wonderfully structured economic code, and people don't appreciate it, man. People haven't looked at it, but it involves forgiving debts, just like Christianity and Judaism. You know what I mean? It's all that Abrahamic religion thing. Like, they try to love each other and try to do things that are positive with money, and we don't do nothing but tax. So I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of different ways to go on that, and I can't remember what the question was.
Well, I'm Tecumseh, and I'm coming after you Ohioans, so you all better watch out. I ain't gonna fucking forget that shit.
You shouldn't, man. And if I had control of...
Hey, what's the solution? Hey, I talk a lot about this shit, but what's the solution? Justice says Tecumseh should come back and just kill all of us, and I guess I don't want to die. So what is the solution? Reparations, independent nation.
Can I, before I deal with what the solution to that is, can I just say that resurrection doesn't exist, and neither does God, and they can all kiss my ass for thinking this born again shit. You know what I'm saying? It's not fucking happening, and I'm not gonna let it, especially since you let me get all the way to the top. So, oops to all you fucking Christians and Buddhists and all that shit. I think you're missing out. You're missing out. Fuck the soul. And fuck you. Fuck you.
Wait, the soul.
Fuck you.
I got soul. I got spirit. I understand soul and spirit. James Brown is the king of soul.
I've seen you personally. You know how I do it.
Yeah, I know how you do it. I think like you're kind of. But my teacher that said about me cussing or whatever to make extreme points, he says all I need to do is just speak more in public and build up that efficacy and build up that practice, and then I'll be okay. So I don't have to cuss and make as extreme statements in order for people to hear me anymore.
Part of my power is that I usually don't cuss, man. If you listen to my lyrics, there's almost nothing in there, you know what I mean? But when I'm talking shit, and especially since I've been drinking a little, you know what I mean, I'm going to be a little bit more on point, but damn, apart from the fact that my voice sounds like an angel, you know what I mean, I would really just point out that I'm cool as the other side of the pillow. And we should all just leave it at that.
Alright. Are you getting tired?
Yeah, a little bit, man. I'm up with the kids in the morning.
Yeah, alright. Well, it was a good conversation. I'll let you go.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's good
Love you,
talk.
man.
Yeah, love you too. Viva la revolución.
Viva, viva. Arriba.
Okay. Bye.